A student's stand. So many factors produce inspiration. When I'm fully taken away by frustration, wholly lost in my thoughts, all I can feel in each moment is a wound. Thank goodness for Grandma's words of encouragement. Though it was rough, I was still seen as the best in my department. Truly, anger isn't the solution is applying creativity. You get chickens by hatching the egg, not by smashing the egg. Not knowing the consequences increases youthful arrogance. Man. My regret would have been too much if I hadn't regarded the scholarship and Grandma's words so much. As Mr. Whale rightly said, I will work hard to make her proud. Each time I find myself among my mates, their flamboyant parades always intimidate me. Quickly, I remember we are not of the same feather, and we can't and will never flock together. Our paths in life are different. My path, I liken to a butterfly's mantle that can easily be rent. My guides in life have been thorns. That's why I can't cope with the campus fun. I was not born as a misfortune child, but I was carried away by the misfortune tide. In this, all my hope of happiness drowned. I owned no iota of joy or faith. I always slept and prayed not to wake up, but each morning's light rendered my prayer fake. I grew to admit that I was created as a sample of agony, for never in my life did I have a sweet memory. Faint hope bashed into my path. The level of my rottenness derailed me from the path. The beautiful songs of my grandma each morning, despite her ridiculous state, saved me from mourning. The light of hope became brighter again when the scholarship was awarded for me to further my studies. When I lost my whole family, my life became empty and lonely. I desired to just run away and keep running, wanted to sink into the sea and continue sinking. All my thinking was dominated by suicide, but I couldn't set my grandma's welfare aside. I was born with a silver spoon, but uncertainties did prune my life. And as I struggled, fought, and challenged, I was still deep in faults, and nothing changed for good. When my best failed me, I agreed to be piloted by a divine breeze. Here I am today in the four corners of learning, turning me into a man in the making. And have I told you friends I'm on scholarship? Oh. I hope you can understand why we cannot just fly together. I am a boy of completely native background, and this campus cannot make me forget my primitive roots. You accused me wrongly, for I cannot just be more friendly. This is my second year in Uniban. I have been living on what I can earn, but in your cases, you have been living on many faces, or false pretenses. Don't you realize why I needed to fashion myself according to my own provision? Man. If you all couldn't perceive my true state, I would never deceive myself. Many who live a life of fake will have to retake it at the extreme of life. Then it will have resulted into an unredeemable mistake. Why should I, when my grandma is in pity? I didn't bring this up to earn your sympathy. I just want you to understand my point, that a child who lost their humble beginning is bound for a bad ending. Before now, I expected nothing from life, but now I expect much. University isn't the end of my expectation, in fact, it's just my sure foundation. And my attitude determines my content. Nothing in my words is proverbial. I swam deep and wide against all odd tides. Are you asking me my age? Who says maturity and experience come with age? I was bitten by a snake when I was fetching firewood in the forest. I carried the same injury for long days without eating or resting. So many times I returned home seeing my blind grandma bleeding as a result of a drastic falling. Oh. When the situation outweighs crying, you see the mournful mouth laughing. Friend, please understand me. I pray you never have to be in my shoes. You would have agreed on why I hibernate. I never hate any of you. Believe me, I love you all. It's just I'm learning to rise from my monstrous fall. This dilemma on me is just like a hair shirt. I am just learning to make things fit. All these things are distractions, my friend, powerful enough to bring our purpose to an end. I cannot and will not do it, for I'm not ready to forfeit my focus. Who says you find power in cultism? Tell them I say they are all liars. Friends, you know nothing about cultism. I can't explain all its mechanisms, but all I can tell you is cultism is an adventure of death. Though promises you cannot just reject are given to you to consider, and these offers make you wonder. Being a cultist, you will be in control. You can freely stroll all over campus. Being a cultist, you increase your connection, and it licenses you to venture into any location. Listen and try to believe, you will end up being a captive. Can you actually be in control? No. You have actually enrolled in prison. Indeed, it might boost your connection, but it also fastens your damnation. Why should you, my friend, just insist that I should be a cultist? Oh. You need to visit memory lane and discover how many brilliant buds have been lamed, or ruined. Don't you know what the meaning of a secret cult is? It is a black market where the exchange of glory is fixed. And your focus on this campus is to flourish, but riding on cultism makes your focus perish. You don't have to be angry. I am just telling you I cannot stay with you. What is more beautiful than being yourself? What is more encouraging than believing in yourself? Have you forgotten life is all about sacrifice? So many things you need to avoid for you to rise. Some of it is what becomes the bones of contention. To avoid my target, focus, and glory being in detention, I have to emphatically tell you what is bad is bad. Lest I forget, last week, you brought those ladies to my bed. Some of these ladies are searching for whom to slay. Because you are brilliant and famous, you start counting scores. Let me tell you, they too have their focus. Listen, get me right, I am not against you. I never threw insults at you. The fact remains you don't have to take advantage. Forget about some lecturers in the same trade, they will count their nemesis at their extreme old age. The university arena should be a symbol of moral premises. Though before my arrival, I was told it was a small hell, I am not a material of hell. So, I have decided to see it as my paradise. I know I cannot stop the various campus merchandise, or illicit activities, but I can decide what to buy and sell. Untowardness and illicit deeds make campus a hell. Immoralities, in a short sentence, without any pretense, I liken to a vast ocean in which a huge ship has sunk. Tell me, who do you have to blame or thank if you graduate to achieving your focus and aim, or if your focus becomes lamed? My friends, let us set this aside and do our assignment. Man. Failure to do the assignment would be to our detriment. Can you hear him? Now it comes to the assignment, you complain. You were inviting me to a party, and your reason for being here is in jeopardy. Well, I know you will pay your way through, because some rotten lecturers compromise too. There is always a moment of accountability, when your bribery act will render you a shameful product of your university. You can go and have your fun and whatever. I have an assignment to decipher, or finish.